Hi guys, I'm doing a really quick reading on Dr. Michael Mosley, who went missing in Greece. He's just been missing for 4 days now. He was holidaying with his wife at I think it was a Greek island, I think it was called Simi Island. And he went to go for a walk from the beach. So I think his wife was there. He left his phone there and he went to go for a walk. And I think that was around 1:30. He was last seen on CCTV footage. He had an umbrella and it must have been a very hot day. And yeah, he's just looking. I think they had him outside of a business on CCTV footage. I get the impression that, and you never know until you know, but I get the impression that he may have just been inquisitive and obviously wanted to explore. He's taken off on a walk, and I'm thinking he may have made a last minute decision to veer off a track or go up, because I feel like there might have been a pathway that he might have gone off pathway to go and have a look at something, whether it be up a mountain, and he may have fallen. Okay, whether he's fallen in water or on land there, I don't know. But it's interesting. The locals say that nobody really can get lost. It's such a small island, and even a child couldn't get lost there. And apparently there's very, very little crime. So they've got divers, they've got search helicopters looking for him right now. I get a dehydrated feeling. Just wondering if he's injured, but I get the idea that he was very inquisitive. He wanted to explore something, and that's where he's gone. It's taken him up. I feel uphill. I feel like he's gone up a bit. Yeah, there's the adventure. There's the risk taker. So I don't know what he's like in real life, but it may have just been that he just wanted to wander off and just maybe excited about where he was and wanted to see, what was going on. This is impulsive energy. So it might not have been a much thought out thing. He might have just impulsively taken a path. Let's see what's going on with... did that go back in? It was weird how that happened. Oh my gosh, look at that. Usually with the Two of Wands, it can represent two pathways. Like literally it could be two pathways that he was deciding upon which way to go. It's an exploration, it's adventure. And I think he was an Aries too, going by his date of birth. So it does kind of show somebody who's headstrong, very independent, possibly just wanted to go off and explore. Got someone from a higher perspective up on the mountain. Did he climb up on a mountain? This is the Aquarius energy. And interesting, when I looked at his event chart too, I looked at 2:30. I know it was 1:30 that he went missing from the CCTV footage I last saw, but I put it at 2:30 to see where he was. And Pluto was in the Aquarius. Looks like some sadness here. I don't know if he was I can't say whether he was sad or not, because this card came out feeling on top of the world, right? Feeling on top, feeling elated. So there's just a loss here. This is a loss. Could there be a hole in the ground? Could there have been something he tripped on? Just looking at this. Feeling a bit bored, wanted to wander off and just explore. Maybe gather his thoughts, whatever he was thinking, who knows. I just feel like he just wanted to take off and explore a different part on his own. And not getting anything from those as such. Just reminiscing, maybe in his thoughts, just thinking about his life and how far he's come, and just deep in the thought about his life. That's what it looks like here. I don't get the idea that he was unaliving himself or anything. I don't get that idea. Just feel that, no, he was just in exploration mode. This is somebody who's just very naive. Maybe there was a part of this trip that he took that he was a little naive on. He wasn't really paying attention. Maybe even literally on his footing, on the step where he was going, the path. This card usually represents someone who's feeling quite secure in their life, holding their cards close to their chest, you know, don't really reveal a lot. It kind of tells me he was keeping to himself, you know. He might have been saying hello to people, but I don't know if he was really with anyone else. I feel like he was more just going off on his own tangent here. Oopsies. Yeah, there is a sense of dehydration. There's the Cups Friends card, so that can show socializing. Did he run into people? You know, the Hanged Man right there. So sometimes in my crime readings, it can represent someone unaliving themselves. I don't feel that. I just don't really get that idea. I'd be really shocked if it came to that. I just don't really get that idea. Is something hanging? Was he hanging from something? If he fell off a cliff, was he holding on and then fell? There's the Emperor. There's the Aries energy, which is him. I feel like this is also a change in perspective. So I really feel like he was really in his feels, really just a bit withdrawn from everybody, just wanting to be in his own world, walking around, you know, this beautiful island. And yeah, just escaping. It's escapism, what do they call it? Escapism, I can't even say the word. Yeah, it feels like he's just taken time to just kind of snuck off, you know. That's what you kind of see it as. Even though people, you know, his wife would have known he's gone for a walk, but maybe they didn't know exactly where he was going. That's the Ace of Pentacles. Which, it's so funny because when I do my readings, I always call it the new path. So he may have gone down a new path. He might have gone down a pathway or up a pathway that maybe wasn't really a pathway, if that makes sense. It might not have been something that tourists would go on. Maybe he decided to venture off and climb up something to look at something, and he's gotten himself into trouble. That could be that. They might find his hat. I don't know why I'm feeling that. There's the Death Rebirth card, Scorpio, Pluto energy. And I've just had the sun underneath, and I heard it was a very hot day. I'm wondering if he was dehydrated. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So something, yeah, the wheel turned. Maybe not in his favour. Upon his travels. Could he be deceased with the Death card there? Is he just, you know, is his life hanging? Is he holding on? Just holding on. That's what we're wondering. Overseas, local, global travel. Obviously, he's travelled there as a tourist. He could be local. He could be a fair distance away. Let's see. Actually, how far is he from the island, please? How far can you know, is he far from the island or is he close to the island there, please? The Lovers, so looking at that, it would tell me he's close there because his wife's there as far as I'm aware. I think she's still there. Yeah. That's also Gemini energy, and that was in the 7th house also where he was. There comes that up again. So there's Jupiter. Jupiter was in Gemini in the event chart that I looked at too. And it's interesting that bow and arrow on her shoulder looks like Sagittarius energy. And Sagittarius was in the 3rd house, which represents local neighborhood, like, you know, it's local neighborhood, the local neighborhood, short distance travel. So I think he's still there. Even if he's in the water, I think he's quite close. Mental illness, stress, fragmented breakdown. Was there something going on? Maybe that's just what's going on around him right now with his wife. Maybe she's the one that's panicking and breaking down right now, which you would, wouldn't you? Hang on a moment. Sorry about that. Now, I do have to say there are so many cards in this deck here. And some of them, as I always say, may come out as totally irrelevant. I'm not really picking up on a perpetrator, and I'm not really picking up on unaliving oneself. Long hair, Come on, let's get on to Dr. Michael Mosley, please. The British TV presenter, please, who... I've got money here. I'm not sure if there's anything to do with that. What happened to him, please? Where is he? Suffocation. Where is he, please, Spirit? Guilty knowledge did the act. Geez, that sounds kind of foreboding. Sounds like there is a person, but I actually don't feel it. Have to keep my mind open, though. You never, ever do know. But let's have a look, please, Spirit. I want to see cards like misadventure, lost, or if there is a perpetrator, definitely show those cards. If he's in water, what element is he in right now, please? I've got July here. That's next month. What element? Look at that. There's an accident and falling down. Outback, rural, deserted. So in other words, it's telling me it's somewhere he's had an accident, perhaps where it's quite remote. Unknown to police, not in the system, clean record. Sometimes when I see that, although that's interesting that's saying that, but is there a perpetrator? Did someone cause him to fall? I don't know. Sometimes if it's self-inflicted, either deliberate or accidental, this is what I can read this as sometimes. Oh, wow. In water. I wonder if he fell in the water, guys. God, I hope not. I would really hope that he's just injured somewhere and that they can grab him. You know, they can find him, is what I mean. So let me get one more. Where's Dr. Mosley? Will he be retrieved? Or will he be retrieved? See if that card comes up. Will his body be found? Will he be found? Will he be found, please? I don't know about that. Hitchhiked. Yeah, some of these are totally irrelevant. Solved evidence. Will he be retrieved, please? Will he be retrieved? Will he be found? Will he be found, please? Will he be found? Will Dr. Mosley be found, please? See, I don't believe this. I just don't get those ideas of, you know, gunshot shooting. Will he be found, please? Well, it did say solved, so perhaps there will be. Perhaps he will be found. Is he alive? That's what I want to know too. Yeah, I'm not sure about these. I'm going to not pull out any more of those. It just gets ridiculous. Sometimes I've found, like, usually these cards I find really work quite well if there's a perpetrator. I mean, they can work with missing persons if it's something that someone's done. Look at that, the Hermit, and look where he is. Holy crap. There's a pathway along the ocean and it's going up the mountain. I'm just wondering if that's what happened, if he went on his own up a path, maybe took a different path up there and fell off. That's just what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. Who knows? Yeah, just once again shows me that he's on his own. But I wonder, you know, because this card usually does mean someone that is left out in the cold on their own. Yeah. He didn't have his phone on him too, which is a shame, because otherwise, you know, they might be able to track him, locate him. So that tells me, could take a little while to find him. That's Capricorn energy, and Capricorns climb. You know, mountain goats, I should say. They climb, and the Virgo energy is relating to the Hermit, which is the Virgo as well, which was in his ascendant line. I just realized, wow. And that's also connecting with Mercury, which is that inquisitive mind, the explorer, that kind of thing. This happened very quickly. Yeah, very unexpectedly, and interesting because Uranus was right next to the moon too in the 7th house or 8th house, I think it was. And the Cancer is also, just trying to remember now where Cancer was in his chart. I'm pretty sure he had Cancer. Yeah, that's the Chariot right there. So fast movement, 2 pathways, deciding on which way to go. And I think I'm getting more of the idea that this was an accident. And I just got the death card. I'm praying to God he's not deceased. I haven't felt that he's deceased. Maybe it's just my wishful thinking that he's alive still. I just didn't really feel it that he was deceased. But I mean, if he's been in the water, they would have found him by now, you know, if he was alive, I'm thinking. Yeah, no, don't make sense. Don't make sense. All right, get one more. Oh my gosh, guys. This is the Uranus energy, which shows unexpected, sudden. The Fool, was he a bit foolish going up? And look at, she's falling down off this like cliff face thing. I don't know if that's what's happened, but that's kind of the idea I'm getting. Maybe he got dizzy. Maybe he lost his footing on the ground. I could be totally wrong. It'd be interesting to see what's found. I'm really praying. You know what I'm praying? I'm praying that he's just somehow come across people and they've, you know, I don't know. He's gotten in the car with someone and they've taken him somewhere and he doesn't have a phone to contact his wife and he'll be back any day. That would be the most amazing thing. And that's my dog. What are you doing? Gorgeous boy. So thank you for tuning in, guys. What do you reckon about this case? What do you think's happened to him? He did not have his phone. I feel like he was in exploration mode and possibly a little bit of a risk taker. Maybe was a little impulsive in making a decision that led him to, his demise. That's kind of how I feel. But he could be laying injured somewhere. Let's pray that he's alive. Let's pray that he's alive. And also, she's falling in water, so, geez. I'm just praying he's found alive. Let's keep an eye on the news, and yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. Love and blessings.